Well, greetings everyone, and thank you for watching. This video I'm going to show you the unboxing and first use of this, which I picked up on sale the other day after doing a bunch of internet research, suggesting it's probably going to be the best value, but of course the only way to tell for sure is to try it out. So just a quick note, I am not comparing it to any other alternative. I'm just comparing it against the expectations that have been set. Those expectations are that it'll produce a clean cut and be easy to adjust to a precise width. Alright, here we go, moment of truth. The box has these nice flip latches, and here we go. So, we have the chippers over here, inside and outside blade. Looks like wing nuts to hold everything together. And there's our two blades right there. And according to the outside of the box, we have a 16th inch chipper, 3 32nd inch chipper, and a whole mess of 1/8 inch chippers. I'm not going to pull them all out. Also the shims. And this is interesting. It looks like some of these 0.02 inch shims aren't exactly flat. Maybe they warped a little bit in the manufacturing process. I wonder if... And the easy way to see that, of course, is to stack them up next to each other and... Whoops. And see that they don't sit flat against each other. So that may or may not be a problem. Here's our 5 thou shims, and they seem to have a little bit of the same problem, but they're very compliant. And what about our 10 thou shims? So they'll hold it together, and they'll squeeze together just fine. But I wonder how often I'll have any use for 20 thou shims. They're willing to squeeze together. That may just be a matter of squish it together with the nut. Now the manual fits into this nice slot, which is good because it has that reference right here that everybody talks about in the online reviews. This is what it looks like. Basically, gives you a chart with the key of what they're talking about, width, and then just how to stack it up. Those are like a bunch of letters that correspond to each of the different components. Now the outside blades originally come with this protective kind of plastic what have you around the tips, right? And that comes off nice and easy. But the manufacturer has thoughtfully provided this plastic layer that goes right over there and acts as a spacer to keep the blades from bumping into each other inside the case, which is wonderful because you certainly don't want those teeth nicking each other as they go. So that's pretty handy, and let's get this taken into the shop and see how it performs. Okay, one of the key important factors with any tool or bit or add-on or accessory is how easy is it to configure. So to run this test, I plan to cut a slot into this piece of scrap wood. I want it to fit this piece, and I'm going to do this edge because it's a little bit more rectangular. Okay, so on this edge we've got pretty consistently 7/10 of an inch till we get to this knot. So I'm going to try to set this up for 7/10 of an inch. So let's see here. here's the 1/16th. That must be the 3/32. Hold on, I think I might have this wrong. Okay, after a bit more thinking about it and careful math, I think I've got it figured out. A 3/32, a 1/16, and 2/8 plus the 1/8 each for the sides gets me to 672 thousandths. I'll add 3 of these 100th inch shims, and that should get me to 702 thousandths, which should be a nice tight fit. So let's give it a shot. These are just a bit tricky to install into here. I don't quite exactly want to fit. And I guess once you get the hang of sliding these in here, it's working out okay. Gotta make sure all the blade teeth are facing the proper direction. Oh yeah, let me mention, this set has 24 teeth on the outside and 4 tooth chippers. A lot of the less expensive, or even the other ones in this price range, will have half that number of teeth. I figure that the more teeth should probably result in a better cut quality. And the other question is, am I about to exceed the capacity of my arbor? So let me check the saw manual. Alright, the manual says 13/16. That's over 800 thousandths. So, should work. There's a little something seems to be in the way of installing the last blade. I'd say that's possibly a criticism of the saw. Oh yeah, one other thing. The owner's manual for the Dado Stack says that you don't actually use the arbor nut, the arbor flange when you're stacking up a dado. They tell you to just push put the nut right up there. So we'll see how that works out. Okay, the trailing edge did experience a certain amount of tear out. Really no surprise, a blade like that you'd sort of figure. Now what about fit? Was that the side? So that's on the plus side. The inside is very flat, right? A nice sharp angle corners right here. I think on average this is going to work out. I just need to do a little more experimenting to figure out the best way to make these slots be just the right size. Alright, so I just consulted the manual, and funny how things work better when you RTFM. So here's the second attempt at a slot, and again, perfect straight corners. But here's the best part. It's a slip fit. How's that? It's awesome. The results are, it seems to produce a pretty high quality result. It does exactly what you tell it to, and it's up to the operator to figure out how to tell it. The little table in the manual is great, and my son is about to start messing with the camera. The little table in the manual works great. It tells you exactly how to set up every size in 1/32 inch increments, except for the really small ones that you can't quite get to. Now the one thing that I would add if I was at the factory, and then I'm going to mark the letters on each chipper that correspond to the letter codes that they use in the manual. They refer to the 1/8 inch and the 16th and the 3/32 just by letters in the formulas. And by being able to quickly look at the blade itself and see I need a D and 3 E's, great. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'd like to invite you to click that thumbs up button and leave a comment in the area below. Thank you.